What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justice Hockey back with another video. You know it. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna do a quick disclaimer for this video. I'm actually watching my neighbor's dog, so if you hear any noises, or I have to pause the video, or if I have to make this in two parts, it's because I'm watching my neighbor's dog, and she's in my room right now. Actually, I'm just gonna show it to her real quick. Her name is Trisket. Anyways, guys, so this video is a story time video. I'm not going to be doing these as often as I usually do my other videos, but it's basically a bigger look into my life and something I've done in my life, something that happened to me in my life, and something that I probably don't want to happen to me again in my life, okay? So, anyways, this video is about the time I seriously hurt my cousin. And what I mean by seriously hurt is, well, I have my cousin. I have a lot of cousins. Actually, I'm talking about my dad's family. So, I have a lot of cousins in my dad's family, but I just hanged out with 3 of them, and that was, so there's 3 of them, but I hanged out with 2 of them until the 3rd one because the 3rd one's way younger. So I was born in 1997 on January 22nd, which is actually my birthday is in a couple of weeks, and my cousin was born on February. My cousin Ryan was born in February of 2 years later. He is 2 years younger than me. He is 18 now, I believe. He's 18 now, or he's 19. I'm not sure. I think he's 18 though. And this happened when I was about 9 or 10. I think I was 10 and he was an 8. Or 11. I think we were both. I was 11. He was 9. Yeah, I think I was 11. He was 9. Something like that. I don't know. I know it was when we were kind of young, but not that young. Anyways, we used to, me, my brother, his brother, we all used to roughhouse and play roughhousing games. Like, we would fight each other and shit and stuff like that. And we play around. And my dad and my family always had a statement: it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt or until someone starts crying. And then the fun stops. Well, that was entirely true, except for this statement. My cousin almost killed me. Literally, he almost killed me. Do I feel bad for what I did to him? No, I don't. Would I do it again if he did the same thing to me again? Yes, I would. Well, here's what I'll give you a background. The games we would play would be like wrestling. We would play, we would actually do karate tournaments and so with that. We would play with swords, pretend to be Jedi, shit like that. When I was a kid, we would do a lot of dumb shit. For me particularly, what happened to me was my brother, I think, was watching TV somewhere. I don't know what he was doing. I think he wasn't in the room. I think he was somewhere talking to my parents. I think he was a baby at the time. I'm not entirely sure what time was. I just know what the fuck happened. So my grandmother, and this is my grandmother's house in Syracuse, New York, by the way. This is all happening. My grandmother had this big wooden stick. And what she would use this stick for is it would be right on the screen door. So she would put it on this opening in the screen door, and it would stop the screen door from being opened by us kids. Okay? So we would use that stick sometimes to play with, like to have fun with. Well, one day my cousin and me are playing, roughhousing, and I don't know what came over my cousin's mind, but he pinned me against the screen door with the stick. Okay? And the stick is on my throat, like closing in on my throat, and I can't breathe. I'm telling him, I'm trying to say I can't breathe. I keep pointing to my arm, my throat, and he's not getting the message. And I can't breathe. And I go to a point where I'm almost blue in the face because from what we recollected about a couple years later, he did say I look blue in the face. But he didn't get what the fuck was on. He just thinks I was playing. Again, my cousin wasn't the brightest at the time, and we did some stupid shit. Anyways, At some point during the blackout, I got really furious, and I have something called demonic Josh that comes around when I get really pissed. And that's only because I have ADHD. Now, demonic Josh is somewhat suppressed because I have the medication on me, which I have right now. If you saw me doing without medication, you would not like what you see. I'm really irritable, can be very mean, and I can lash out at people who sometimes don't deserve it and sometimes they do deserve it. It all depends. It completely depends on the person. But like I said, anyway, on what's going on in this situation. Sorry. So, Jemiah Josh came out for like an extent, and he had pinned me against the window, the sliding glass door, but he hadn't pinned my arms, or he hadn't pinned my legs. So I kicked him in the stomach, took the and which he got off me from that. I took the thing and I beat the crap out of him with the wooden stick, and I jabbed him in the nutsack, which were her nuts. I got really pissed, and all of a sudden he starts bawling into tears and crying, and goes into the other room. And as soon as he starts crying and goes into the other room where all the adults are, which my dad, my mom, my aunts, my aunt and uncle, my other aunt, and my grandmother are there, and my grandmother's sister, which we call her auntie, is there. He is crying, and I immediately, Jemiah Josh snaps, goes back to regular Josh, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? But I'm like, wait a minute. I did nothing wrong. I was about to die. He starts crying, and through tears, he tries to tell us what happens. Now again, he was a little younger than me, yes. But the statement was he didn't think that, he just thought I did it because I did it. Okay, and I wasn't doing anything, and I was trying to be mean. I explained the entire story. My Uncle Steven wanted to beat the crap out of me. I'm going to tell you that right now. My Uncle Steven wanted to beat the crap out of me. And he actually yelled at my dad and said, if you don't ground your son, I will do something about it. And I told my dad what happened. He sat me down, said, Josh, what the fuck happened? Okay, now this is not the first time I heard my dad swear, because my dad in the car, guys, if I would hear my dad swear at the age of 3, okay? Because he would swear at people in the car. He has some road rage, but to the point where it's not deadly, where like he'll attack you. He'll just swear at the top of his lungs against you, probably what you won't hear. Anyways, what happened was, he said, Josh, what the fuck happened? I basically explained we were roughhousing, and we were playing, and Ryan, I didn't say cousin Ryan, I just said Ryan, put the wooden stick up against, and pinned me against my throat against the screen door. And I was choking. I couldn't breathe. I tried to show him I couldn't breathe, and he wasn't getting the hint. So I lost control of myself. To survive, I went into Jemiah Josh, as everyone knows who Jemiah Josh is in my family. I punched him in the stomach because he didn't pin me all the way. Then Jemiah Josh took over, and I took the stick. I beat the crap out of him with the stick, and I hit him punched him in the nuts. Or what was left of what he had of his 9-year-old nuts. Okay? And my Uncle Steven kind of then like calmed the fuck down and looked at me and said, and I showed him my neck, because there was like a scar at the time around my neck of the impression of the bar, the wooden bar that she was using, or stick, whatever you want to call it, wooden bar, wooden stick. And it was an impression. I showed it. I was wearing a long shirt, I think, at the time. And I showed the impression of the bar against my neck. And he's still crying in the in another chair across from me. And I point to him. I said to him, I told you, I was pointing to my neck 3 times. I couldn't breathe. What the? I'm sorry I kicked you in the nuts, or I'm sorry I did this to you, But you need to next time learn signals. When someone's pointing at something, most likely their neck, that means they need to breathe, which you weren't letting me do. I did again. I'm so, to this day, my cousin does not fuck with me no more because will not try to piss me off because he knows what happens. Now the funny thing is, whenever he's afraid of his mom, one time he got in trouble with his mom, and he pushed me in front of his mom. I think I was 14 or 15, and I'm like, I'm not helping you. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I don't give a shit. You did something wrong. You gotta face the pay the price. I'm not your protector, bro. Bro, that's what I said. I'm not your protector, bro. Pay the price. And I pushed him in front of it. His mom, up to his mom. I don't. Again, do I feel bad? I did it at that time. Yes, but did I? But am I glad I did it? Yeah, because I probably would have been dead if I didn't. Unless someone would have came into that room and seen what was going on, I don't think anything. I would have been dead because I wasn't gonna be able to breathe. And second of all, no one would go into the room because of the time. Everyone in the other room, which was the kitchen and other living room, were having a fun time. This was happening in the family room, and my out of the three, out of everyone that was okay, my uncle wasn't that pissed anymore after he found out. He actually grounded my cousin for almost choking me to death, and then at that night I got an extra piece of cake, I think, for at least I guess surviving death, almost a death, and then some other shit. But other than that, that's it for this story time, guys. I might be coming back later on today around 6 o'clock for another video, another story time, and this time is when I had run in with the police when I was about 12 years old. Now this story will be really funny because it made me afraid of the police for a very long time, and I didn't do anything wrong. It's just some police was being a jerk, and I did not like it. Or it scared the shit out of me. Anyways, I will see you back later on today, guys. Stay cool. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And comment below if you've ever had any situation like this. Or if you want to talk to me about anything else about this story. Bye.